How was Internet Explorer on Windows XP? Have you ever thought about how we accessed the Internet back in the early 2000s? Internet Explorer on Windows XP was a big part of that experience. Released in 2001, Windows XP came with Internet Explorer as its default web browser. This meant that for many people, Internet Explorer was the first way they explored the web. The version that most users started with was Internet Explorer 6. It had a straightforward design, featuring a simple toolbar, an address bar, and a status bar. While it was easy to use, it did have its share of issues. Internet Explorer 6 was known for security problems and struggled to keep up with newer web technologies. Despite these drawbacks, it was the browser that millions relied on because it was already installed on their computers. One interesting feature of Internet Explorer on Windows XP was its caching system. This system saved web pages and files in a folder called Temporary Internet Files. This helped users load previously visited sites faster, making browsing a bit smoother. However, clearing the cache was not always effective. Sometimes, leftover files could affect privacy, which was a concern for many users. Internet Explorer also kept a history of visited websites. This made it easy for users to go back to sites they had previously browsed. The history was stored in a specific folder in the user's profile, making it accessible whenever needed. As time went on, Microsoft released newer versions of Internet Explorer that were compatible with Windows XP. Internet Explorer 7 and Internet Explorer 8 brought improvements like better security, tabbed browsing, and more support for web standards. However, due to the limitations of Windows XP, users could not upgrade to Internet Explorer 9 or later versions, which required newer operating systems. Looking back, Internet Explorer on Windows XP brings back memories of dial-up connections and the excitement of discovering the Internet. It was a time when web pages were simpler and browsing was often slower. For many, it was the first taste of navigating the online world, filled with both joy and frustration. In practical terms, Internet Explorer on Windows XP was essential for accessing emails, news, and early social media platforms. It was also the gateway for downloading software and updates. Even with its flaws, Internet Explorer played a key role in shaping the Internet experience during the 2000s. It was a staple of desktop computing that many users fondly remember.